Okay, here we go. What up, y'all? Week one is in the books. This is post game pull up. I am your host, Hove. We got NFL Week One recaps. It's Tuesday, y'all, and y'all know what we always do around this time on Tuesday. If it's not a Monday, it's a Tuesday. It's a Victory Tuesday. What we always do, we grab a shot and we grab a glass because you know it's belt to ass. Ain't did this in a minute. It's been since February. Cheers to the first one of the year. Salud. Woo! Ah. All right, that was crazy. All right. So let's talk about it, y'all. We had some epic battles week one. Most notably, Sunday night football, Monday night football. Baltimore Ravens versus Buffalo Bills. Then you had Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears. J.J. McCarthy made his debut in the NFL with a 10-point comeback, with being down by 10 points, to go ahead and take the victory over Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. I'm just go out and say it, y'all. You know, Chicago Bears got this disdain for us Commanders fans since last year with the Hail Mary and everything else like that, right? And it's like, dog, we're not y'all rivals, but some way, somehow, we got this newfound rivalry with the Chicago Bears. Yeah, we didn't played each other the last 3 years. Us coming out victorious 2 of the 3 years. The 1 year that they won, they blew us the fuck out. They had Justin Fields then, and I feel like they should have kept Justin Fields now, and Caleb should have just been, fell to whoever. Um, I don't like Caleb Williams. I'm gonna just go out and say it. This dude is trash. You would think with everything they done set him up with last year, he had all the weapons. You had Keenan Allen, you had Roma Dunze, you had DJ Moore, you got DeAndre Swift, you got Cole Kmet. Okay, you did have a shitty ass coach. All right, Matt Eberflus. He's now gone. You got Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson been the best offensive coordinator in the league for the past 3 seasons. He did wonderful things over there in Detroit. But now he's the head coach of the Chicago Bears, and Caleb Williams is at the helm. You still got Roma Dunze. You still got DJ Moore. You still got Cole Kmet. You still got DeAndre Swift. But now you got Colston Loveland. You got Alameda Zaccheaus, that's a former commander from last year. You got all this stuff. You got all this talent. And you still look trash last night. Good first quarter. Good first half. Did your thing in the first half. But when Brian Flores started drawing up these blitzes and these skies, and then you can no longer sit in the pocket and you got happy feet because you know your pocket is collapsing. You still struggling with your progressions. You still missing guys up the field. And you still holding on to the ball too long. Mechanics was just off to me last night. And from what I seen, when I was able to see, like I watched most of the game on the road, so I'm just listening to it. I ain't really get to watch it. I'm listening to it while I'm driving. But when I finally get to sit down and watch, it's just like this dude was off. Off. And I told a couple Bears fans hit me up on social media and was like, we should have just kept Justin. And I'm like, yeah. But y'all gave him the boot thinking this guy was better, the next coming of Patrick Mahomes. And it's not working out so far. And y'all just paid y'all backup QB a significant amount of money for a backup. So I'm like, this dude probably got about 5 to 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks to get his act together. Or are we gonna be seeing Tyson Bagent in that offense? Because I I kind of got an idea that Ben Johnson likes him more than Caleb Williams. Um, let's get into some box scores on that. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to find the NFL. Vikings coming out victorious 27-24. Caleb Williams, 21 of 35 for 210, a touchdown, no interceptions, 2 sacks, QBR 63.8. He also ran for 6 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown. So he had 2 total touchdowns yesterday. They also got a pick 6 from was it Nashawn Wright? Nashawn Wright, who was in replace of Jalen Johnson, did a pretty good job with defending Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson had an off night last night. DeAndre Swift, 17 carries, 53 yards, no touchdowns. DJ Moore also had 3 carries. J.J. McCarthy in his rookie debut, 13 out of 20, 143 yards. We all know that he struggled mightily with that Bears defense. Bear defense is tough. Noah Sewell was everywhere. Montez Sweat was everywhere. It was just a whole lot of Bear shit last night up until it was time to be on some Bear shit. Them niggas laid down. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. Jordan Mason carried most of the load last night. 15 carries, 68 yards. Aaron Jones, 8 carries, 23 yards. J.J. McCarthy had the game-winning touchdown. 2 carries, 25 yards in the tub. Aaron Jones led that receiving corps. 3 catches, 44 yards and a touchdown. Justin Fields, 4 catches, 44 yards and a touchdown. After that, T.J. Hockenson, 3 catches, 15 yards. Way to win your rookie debut. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was a struggle all up until the 4th quarter. And the rookie got it done. Or is he considered a rookie? Yeah, I guess he considered a rookie because he had the red shirt last year. Really didn't get to play but preseason, so. Baltimore Ravens. Epic choke. Epic choke. Matter of fact, let me bring this up real quick. Y'all see this? Since 2021, most games choked. And I'm sorry, Ravens fans. Y'all gonna see this, gonna be like, man, he talking shit. Nah. This right here, it needs to be talked about more. It's not talked about enough. Since 2021, most games choked. Since 2021, the Ravens had lost 8 games in which they had a probability of at least 90%, the most in the NFL in that span. The Ravens have now been overtaken by the Bills for the best odds to win a Super Bowl. Damn. The very team you were supposed to get revenge on is the very team that has replaced you in the best odds to win a Super Bowl. And we already know this team's Super Bowl history. Been to 4, lost 4. But let's talk about it. So most of this, just like last night, most of this game I watched on the road driving home from Pasadena. I had a game to officiate. So when I finally got to really sit down and enjoy this game, it'll look like Baltimore Ravens can do whatever the hell they wanted. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had 169 yards, just doing whatever the hell he wanted to. Lamar Jackson doing whatever the hell he wanted to. Lamar Jackson throw a touchdown to D-Hop. D-Hop in the game scoring touchdowns. I'm like, all right, man, you know what? This game is getting a little out of control. 40-25. The Ravens is just looking unstoppable, looking like they were last year. I'm like, you know what, man? I'm about to hit the shower. Whatever the rest of this game is on, I'll watch the rest of it. But let me go on and get in this shower before it get too late. Someone once told me when one of them ones is playing, you sit your ass down and watch. And in this case, we had two of one of them ones playing versus each other, and it looked like one was getting the better of the other until I took my ass in the shower and I come back, and the score is 40-38, and Buffalo Bills is getting on the field to kick a game-winning field goal. I'm like, bro, what happened? Like in this instance, when I got to my phone, if it wasn't for T-Rail, AD, Pun, Drebo, Tiny, 6, I wouldn't have been in a rush to go and get to the TV. But me getting to my phone after I get out the shower, I hurry up, go back to the TV. Now I'm inside the house because I was watching the game out here. I'm inside the house, and I turn to it. And what's my guy name? Matt Prater is getting on the field to kick a game winner. And I'm like, bruh, this is crazy. Like, it was still like 12 minutes left when I went to go take a shower. I'm like, what happened? I guess Josh Allen's what happened. I know Ed Oliver stripped Derrick Henry, gave his team a winning chance or a chance to get back into the game, which is what happened. I see Josh Allen have some highlights. Keon Coleman have some highlights. And I'm like, not again. Not again, Baltimore. I guess Josh Allen about to start owning Lamar Jackson, man. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way. This was supposed to be a revenge game. Y'all got him dead where you want him, and you let him come back to life and kill you. Buffalo wins 41-40. Josh Allen, 33 of 46 for 394, 2 touchdowns. He was only sacked once. He also ran 14 times for 30 yards and 2 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns altogether, over 400 yards from scrimmage. James Cook, 13 carries, 44 yards and a touchdown. Keon Coleman had his best game as a pro so far. 8 catches, 112 yards and a touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 6 catches, 64 yards. Dalton Kincaid, 4 catches, 48 yards and a touchdown. Josh Palmer, 61 yards off of 5 catches, and James Cook had 58 yards off of 5 catches. The ball was spread around evenly in this offense. Ain't no clear-cut number one, but this guy got targets. Josh Palmer is a good addition that they brought over this season from the Chargers. You got Coleman, Shakir, Palmer, Cook, Kincaid, Jackson Hawes. That's third tight end. Dawson Knox. Let's go over to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson still had a hell of a game. 14-19, 209, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked twice. also ran 6 times for 70 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 18 carries, 169 yards. 2 touchdowns, doing whatever the hell he wanted to do. Grown man business. Zay Flowers was going off when I left. 7 catches for 143 in the tub. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 35 and a touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 10 yards. It really wasn't a game for Rashad Bateman or Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews had 1 target the whole game. It felt like Lamar Jackson is still holding on to that grudge from last year. 1 target. Your best tight end, 1 target. Well, I won't say the best tight end because the best tight end didn't play, which was Isaiah Likely. The more physical, the more athletic tight end. Baltimore Ravens fall 0-1, along with the Cleveland Browns. Steelers and the Bengals going 1-0 in that division. We already talked about Dallas. We didn't get to talk about the Chiefs and the Chargers, but I didn't watch that game, so sorry. That was Friday. I had games to officiate Friday. Friday Night Lights, high school. Cardinals and Saints. Cardinals going into New Orleans, coming out victorious, 20-13. Dolphins lost 8-33. Colts put belt to ass. Daniel Jones looked damn good. Jonathan Taylor looked good until I was flipping through games, and then I seen that he wasn't in no more. Giddens was getting most of the carries. Daniel Jones punched in a couple of touchdowns. Daniel Jones got him a new secret weapon in Tyler Warren and tight end. Colts looked good. Dolphins look like shit. It's a lot of rumors speculating that Tyreek Hill is to be traded. A lot of those rumors saying that he might return back to Kansas City. We don't know. Raiders come out victorious against the New England Patriots, 20-13. Steelers and the Jets, one of the better games on Sunday, going blow for blow. Looks like Aaron Rodgers is back. I guess it was just that bad juju in New York, where the Jets, because he looked like shit there, but he looked like that bad man in Pittsburgh. Steelers victorious 34-32. My Washington Commanders, we will get back to that one because I'm going to be a little bit long-winded about that one. Jacksonville Jaguars win 26-10 against the Carolina Panthers. This game I couldn't watch at all. For some reason, this game wasn't available to me. I guess they was having like some weird weather conditions out there. So yeah, I couldn't see this game at all. I wanted to because I wanted to see. Why can't I think of this goddamn boy's name right now? Travis Hunter. I wanted to see Travis Hunter first game. They had him starting wide receiver. Brought him in on packages and corner. I wanted to see that game badly. Bengals barely escaped the Cleveland Browns in a tight nail biter, 17-16. I don't care what nobody say. Bengals still look slow. You know, they played they starters all preseason and still look slow. But they came out with a win, so I mean, I guess that did them some good, right? One of the better games as well. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Tampa Bay come out victorious, 23-20. 49ers and the Seahawks. 49ers come out victorious in Seattle in that 12-man stadium, 17-13. 49ers went on ahead and cut their kicker Jake Mooney after this. Jake Mooney is now jobless. He has been struggling the past couple years. Titans and the Broncos. Broncos winning 20-12. This was a defensive battle, tough game. Cam Ward looked solid. I feel like he needs more help over there. I was trying to watch this game as much as I could before I officiated my youth league games. This game, Seattle and the 49ers, the Rams and the Texans, and it was one more other game. Oh, Green Bay and Detroit. Green Bay and Detroit. Was watching all four on my phone. I couldn't keep up with all four, and then I had to get ready to go ahead and officiate. But good, solid stuff from Cam Ward. He just need more help over there. Broncos defense is tough too, by the way. So I think gonna be the #1 defense this year. Lions got dominated by the Green Bay Packers. My guy Micah Parsons looked like Micah Parsons. That team is about to be a wreck. And I think the Lions took a step back. No more Ben Johnson. No more Aaron Glenn. They struggled. Looked like they couldn't get anything going on. Looked like they didn't have no chemistry. Looked like they going to regress. And me personally, I know I didn't do no list. I took some time off. I should have did a list, but I don't think the Lions is going to be one of those top teams in the conference this year. I think my Washington Commanders dethroned them when we beat them in the divisional round. I think that was the last you will see of a dominant Lions team that they have been in the past 2 years, because their identity is gone now. No offensive coordinator. Yeah, their defense was banged up this year, but now they don't have their defensive coordinator. So we're going to have to see what this team is really about. It's a new year, new system. A lot of these dudes is learning this new system. That might take some time. By the time they hit their stride, it might be too late. It might be too late. But right now, they got to fight within a division with the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers has added Micah Parsons to that defense. That team looked really solid. And it's all gonna be up to Jordan Love. Jordan Love and how reckless he is with that ball. Jordan Love, I had him as my fantasy quarterback last year. Dude was reckless with the fucking ball. Is if he get his act together, if turnovers is a main priority for him and he don't want to turn that ball over, this team is going to be dangerous. And then my Commanders got to play them this weekend, which we'll get into a little bit later. Not even this weekend. In 2 days. Rams come out victorious 14-9 against that Texans defense. Texans looked really sloppy offensively. Couldn't get nothing going. Defense was kind of stingy. But the Rams come out victorious. And that will wrap up all the week 1 scores. Let me see what else I got for y'all. Talk about some other news. Oh no, let me go back, because I didn't talk about my Washington Commanders. (21-6). My Washington Commanders beat the New York Giants once again. Jaden Daniels is now undefeated, 3-0 against the Giants, a team that had our number for years, a team that we used to go neck and neck with, a team that cheated us Sunday night so blatantly on a legal formation that Terry McLaurin checked with the official, with the line judge. I get to know him now because I'm a line judge. I'm a line judge and a back judge. He signaled him, is he good? Referee nodded his head, then proceeded to throw a flag. Backed us up after we scored. We scored a touchdown. Threw that flag on us. So we still down a touchdown. Then we throw the ball to, at the time, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel got, I forgot who the fuck it was, all over his back. No pass interference call. But that same play happened to Patrick Mahomes versus the Cincinnati Bengals. When it was fourth down, they threw the flag, granted it to the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's all about who you are in this league. At that time, nobody gave a fuck about the Commanders, but now they do. Now they do. And now we smacking bums like we supposed to be, which is the New York Giants. Deebo Samuel made his Washington Commander debut. Deebo Samuel had him a game. Deebo had him a game. Remember, y'all was saying he's fat, he's washed, and he's injury prone, which he is injury prone. He always get hurt. There ain't no cap about that. I'm with y'all on that one. But new team, new regime. Who is this? Because Deebo had 1 carry for 19 yards and a touchdown. He also led the team in receptions and receiving yards with 7 catches, 77 yards. Bill Jacory Krosky-Merritt, Lil Bill, 10 carries, 82 yards and a tub, averaging 8.2 yards a carry. Jaden Daniel doing what Jaden Daniels do, 19 out of 30. 233 in the touchdowns, no interceptions. Also ran the ball 11 times for 68 yards. Zach Ertz, 3 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Defense not giving up no touchdowns. Defense looking stingy. Defense looking way better than last year. Run defense looking way better than last year. We got us 2 corners now. We got us a healthy Marshawn Lattimore to switch numbers from 23 to number 2, looking like himself when he was at Ohio State. And then we got the rookie who made his debut, Trey Amos, who did his thing against Malik Neighbors. Also, we had a lot of sacks, too. We're going to get to that. Well, not a lot of sacks, a lot of pressures, I shall say. Not a lot of sacks, but we was in Russell Wilson's face a lot. Made him fumble once. He recovered it. He made him throw an interception, but it was negated by a penalty, illegal hands to the face by Bobby Wagner. So roughing the passer, pretty much. Russell Wilson was 17 out of 37, 20 incompletes, y'all. For 168 yards, only averaging 4.5 yards per pass. Sacked twice, QBR 25.5. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Russell Wilson was running for his life. 8 carries, 44 yards, what led the team. Tyrone Tracy, 10 carries, 24 yards, 2.4 yards a catch. Devin Singletary, 3 carries, 9 yards, 3 yards a carry. Cam Scatterbo, 2 carries, 3 yards. Malik Neighbors had 5 catches for 71. It don't seem like that. It don't seem like that at all. The best player they had was Wan'Dale Robinson. 6 catches, 55 yards. It just seemed like he kept getting open because we was more focused on locking up Malik Neighbors, and surprisingly, we ran man. A whole lot of one-on-ones. So, the Giants head coach, Brian Daboll, wouldn't commit to starting Russell Wilson in their Week 2 matchup versus Dallas. Wilson just threw for 168 yards on 46% accuracy in the Giants' debut today. Rookie Jackson Dart is listed as the Giants' QB2 and will be next in line to start if Wilson is benched. Also, the Giants didn't have their best lineman, which is okay. It's cool. The rest of that line still sucked though. You know, I'm not going to get too happy because it is the Giants, but our defense looks significantly better than last year because even the Giants was running down our throats. Pause. Last year, Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary, they did whatever the fuck they wanted to do last year when they played against us, and we couldn't stop them. And this is with John Allen. This is with Dante Fowler. First overall pick, Caleb Williams, has now lost to Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and J.J. McCarthy. Caleb is 0-3 in matchups versus the 2024 draft class. Damn, homie. Let's talk about this too. The difference between Dallas and Green Bay, with and without Parsons. So, without Parsons, the Cowboys have allowed 158 rush yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Green Bay, with Micah Parsons, only allowed 47 yards rushing, no touchdowns. The Micah Parsons trade will probably go down as one of the wildest twists of the season. The Cowboys shipped off their defensive superstar to Green Bay, and now the results speaks for themselves. In Green Bay, the Packers' run defense looks reborn. Backs are running straight into walls of green and gold. With Parsons setting the tone, the defense feels faster, tougher, and meaner. The kind of group that takes a fight out of the offense. In Dallas, it's opposite. Without Parsons, the Cowboys' rushing defense is getting gashed. Lanes are wide open, tackles are being missed, and runners are having a field day. The Packers found their wrecking ball. The Cowboys lost their anchor. Jerry Jones is probably still trying to convince himself this was a good trade. Yeah. I mean, Dallas offense looked better. You know, they run offense looked better. They run defense didn't look too bad, too. I mean, they stopped Saquon Barkley. They just couldn't stop. Well, I couldn't even say you stopped Saquon Barkley. You held him to 70 yards. But Jalen Hurts did whatever the hell he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Found those open lanes up. Got through there. Torched them. Scored twice. I mean, that's quarterback. You feel me? That's the quarterback. I just felt like they should have had somebody spying on him. We already know. You take his first read away, you get somebody to spy on him, it's nothing. Breaking, the 49ers release kicker Jake Moody. Jake Moody, 25, will go on waivers, but will become a free agent if he goes unclaimed. 49ers selected Moody in the 3rd round in 2023. I never heard of a kicker going that fucking early. 3rd round? Said they told him to kick rocks, but he missed that too. That's funny. Is this another Caleb Williams thing? Hold on. Oh, that's restricted, so I'm not going to be able to see that. Oh, yeah, it's just his scores against the quarterbacks in the 2024 draft class. 2. Numbers of head coaches to blow 10 plus point lead in the 4th quarter of debut in the last decade. So y'all can obviously see Ben Johnson's is one of them. And secondly is Matt Nagy, 2018. Damn. Bears is just poor franchise, bro. That's just a poor franchise. But that will be it for today. We do have the Washington Commanders going to Green Bay. Seeing Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers and that new Green Bay defense. I would love to see our high power offense against a new defense. Our new defense against a high power offense. This is gonna be one of the best Thursday night football games we're gonna get, and it's not a divisional game. So I can't wait to see. Hopefully, let me see. Let me look at my schedule real quick, cause I'm hoping I don't have a JV game that day. As of right now, I don't have a JV game that day, so I'll be able to watch that game. It's a lot of games I'm not going to be able to see due to this officiating. If you love football and you love money, I'll advise y'all to get into it because it's chilly in it. You know what I'm saying? You get to be by the game. You get to see these high school teams play. You might be officiating one of the next NFL superstars to come. You never know. But get into it. I advise you to. If you in the LA area and it's something that you may be interested in, get at me. I can bring you in next year. You know what I'm saying? And we'll take it from there. You're going to have to do a whole lot of reading, a whole lot of studying, a whole lot of, brushing up on mechanics. That's the main thing is mechanics. If you know the game, you know most of the rules. It's kind of different from high school from Sunday, high school from Saturday. You feel me? Those is the little small nuance things that you got to work on. But other than that, it's all about mechanics. All about your hustle, all about how quick you process things and how fast you learn. This is week 2. This is week 2 in high school, and I done already had 5 high school games already. It's only week 2, and I done already had 5, tackle games. I already done had 4 flag football games. I got another flag football game tomorrow for girls. So once you good or you get good and you learn and these vets talk and these vets going to talk to each other and be like, yeah, he's ready. Put him on here. So, yeah, man. But that's going to do it for me. I will see y'all hopefully Thursday. I'm trying to get y'all some content Thursday before the game. Don't know where I'm going to be watching the game at. Why my face looking like that? Don't know where I'm going to be watching the game at. A lot of people trying to get me to watch the game, and I just don't want to be around people. I like watching the game in the comfort of my own home by myself. So, I don't know. We'll see. My best friend and his wife is Packers fans. Might pull up on them. We shall see. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. See y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. I'm out.